Hi guys, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my diary. If you're new here, in this space I talk about forex related stuff, the mistake I've made, and most important, the lesson that I keep making every day, so that I can share with you. If you find this video very interesting, kindly hit that subscribe button, comment, tell me what you think about the video, and let's grow together. In today's video, I'm trying as much as possible to give you a setup uh, before maybe the end of the week, then you can find an entry into the market. So this is not of scalping, but more of swing trading where I analyze the chart, then I can give you a free setup based on my knowledge on my analysis. Then if you align with it, you can enter the market. If you don't understand, you can just stay away from the market and you can just wait and see how the market will react at the end of the week. So even before we get into today's video, last week I gave you a pair on GBPJPY and I just want to go through it quickly so that we can go to the pair that I want you to go and check. This is GBPJPY on the daily time frame. You can see this market, we were waiting to see if we can sell the market, but the problem is the market has been consolidating. You can see clearly here how the market was heading toward the downside here, and now we were waiting the market, at least the sellers will, the buyers, when they try to come back here, they'll be rejected, and now we can continue doing what? We can continue selling the market. But you can see the whole of last week, the market was just consolidating around this area. And when we have a consolidating market, then there's nothing much we can do. So even if we have a good setup, sometimes when we have a consolidating market, there's nothing more we can do. Even if again, if I just go to 4 hour, because you can see the structure has not been violated. This is the last high, lower high the market was according to the daily time frame, and this is the last lower low. Let me just draw for you here. This is the last structure the market was, and this is the last lower low that the market was around. So you can see there it has not been violated, and if it has not been violated, then it simply means we cannot do anything because the market is ranging. Can you see the market is ranging around that area? So even if you just go to the 4 hour, there's nothing much you can do. Can you see the ranging? Imagine the whole of last week, this market came here so well. Let me remove this one. The market came here so well here. From here you can see how it was breaking toward the downside, creating a new lower high, and this is the last lower low that the market created. From there, we have not broken the structure either toward the upside nor toward the downside. What the market is doing, it is just consolidating. So we just have to stay away from GBP We have to wait, especially because this week we have NFP, so the market tend to consolidate, and when the news are released, immediately the news are released, the market can move even more than 200 pips. So there's nothing much you can do, especially when we have a consolidating market. Even if again I try to say now we have a double top, we have to wait for the neckline to be broken. If the market is consolidating, so there's nothing like, I don't see the need of us continue looking at this market when it is ranging. We just have to wait for either the market to break toward the upside, then you can start thinking maybe the market want to go to the next structure before we decide what to do, or we wait for the market to break around this zone here, then we can continue selling. But in between there, I'm telling you, it is a lot of headache for you to keep up looking at this market. Okay, so that is one of the market that I was looking at, that I gave you last week. I hope now you understand how the market is moving. But if you have not followed, you can just go and watch that video, how I told you you want to find a sell entry into the market. But as for now, there's nothing much you can do. Now coming into today's video, there's a pair I want you to look at. Today is on 3rd March, on Monday. So there's a pair I want you to go and look at. But before even you look at that pair, of course, I have to give you my thought behind why I want you to look at that pair. Then if you align again with my analysis, well and good. If you don't understand, maybe if you are more of an ICT person, then it is still well and good. At the end of the day, this cake is big and there's nothing we can do. It is big for all of us and we can share. Again, if you want to join my classes, I've already given you the number there. The charges are only 10,000 Kenyan shillings. You can WhatsApp me and you can learn more about the classes where I can give you more about the setup, follow up, and everything. I also have a WhatsApp group where you can you can join the group. The group is free to join. You can post your setup there, comment everything about the chat. You can just do it, but I'll give you free setup once in a while in the group. But of course, now when you're in my class, it means serious. I have to concentrate more on you. So this is USDCHF from the weekly time frame. And what I want you to look at USDC check, even before I tell you, do I want you to buy, do I want you to sell? Let us analyze this market. When you open this chart from the weekly time frame, what do you see? What is happening to this chart? You can see the market is doing what? The market is creating high highs and high lows. The market is heading toward the upside. But for a certain reason, again, the market comes around this area, can you see around this area, and the market does what? It starts to range, or you can see the market is behaving in a certain way. So there's a structure around this area here. So whenever we are up, we are buying. Whenever we are down, we are doing what? We are selling the market. Again, when the buyers push the market toward this area, they are rejected. And whenever we are up, we are buying. Whenever we are down, we are selling. So the same case happens again here. The buyers push the market toward the upside. And now what happened around this area, it is the same thing that is happening. We said in forex it is all about repetition. Yes, you will not be given exact same thing that has already happened, but sometimes you can just use the information that you have to analyze the current data. Use the previous information to analyze the current data. So you can see already we are down here. Can you see here the market, how the market was heading toward the upside here? From there, we wanted the buyers to push the market toward the upside, but instead they create something like a double top. This is on the weekly. They create something like a double top, and you can see how the sellers have already shifted the market, and now they are retesting around this area. Can you see how we are just analyzing the market based on the price action of that market as of that moment? So from the weekly, of course, now we know we are below the resistance, but it doesn't mean now we want to sell the market. We have to confirm with other time frame to know what is happening into the market. When we go to the daily time frame, let's see what is happening to the daily time frame. Daily time frame is more of a weekly time frame, and now you can see the structure now quite clear again. When you come to the daily time frame, you can see how the buyers were pushing the market toward the upside. They came here, they created something like a double top. If you cannot see a double top, let me first draw the structure so that you can understand. This is how the market looks like. If you find the candles being quite hard to analyze, you can always use a line chart. Just draw. Why is my line chart not behaving the way I want it to behave? Uh, this is how the market went, like this. Let me draw so that you can now understand what I'm trying to show you. You're just following how the market is heading until there. That is where the market is. Take that line chart, then analyze it. If you cannot analyze the candle, then use what? Use the line chart. You can see here how the buyers were pushing toward the upside. They came down, created a new lower, a high low. From there, a new high high. The market came down again. If you cannot see this pattern clear, you can say we had the first double top. You know, remember we are not using the wicks. We are just using the body of the candles. If you cannot see the double top, then you can say it is more of a clear of a triple top. From there, you can see how the structure was broken toward the downside. Can you see here how the structure was broken toward the downside? From there, how the sellers came down, the buyers pushed the market down. Again, the sellers pushed the market toward the downside again, and now they have already pushed it toward the upside. Let me use the candles to explain it even further. I'm saying we had a very strong push toward the upside, creating a high low, high high. Again, we came back here, the same zone here. So the market was ranging around this area. Here we had a very strong area of interest where the market was ranging, but after some times you can see the sellers came down. They broke with a very strong candle here. You see these two candles, they came back and retested, and they went back down again, creating a new lower low. So this is the last structure according to daily. If ever the market continue now to go upward and they break here around this structure here, if they continue going upward and they break around this structure, then at least we can say we are no longer bullish, bearish. We are doing what? We are now bullish. Okay, but until then, we are still safe to sell, but we don't have an entry. But now, what we want to see the market being rejected around this area. We want to see a rejection candle. Let's go even to 4 hours so that we can know what is happening. Because now already we know from the weekly time frame we are bearish, daily time frame we are also bearish. Let's go to the 4 hour to see how if we can still find the other time frame aligning with our analysis. When it comes to 4 hour again, 4 hour already we can know the market is already bullish. Can you see? 4 hour the market is very strong bullish. So there's no way you can say we want to sell the market. No, the market is creating high highs and high low. This is the last low the market went, and instead of continue going down, it has been buying. Okay, so on the 4 hour time frame, the market has been buying so well, so we don't have an entry. But again, now we know that daily we are selling, and weekly we are selling. So we can always wait for the 4 hour market at least to continue retracing around this area. The market, you have to wait for the market to come around this area and it shift the structure so that we can align with the daily time frame. But remember, even if again I go to the daily time frame, as much as we are seeing the market will be selling, we want to see a rejection candle. You know, you can be having a good setup like this one, but we are not getting a rejection candle. We are not getting a rejection candle, and a good example of a rejection candle is this one. Can you see these types of candle? This doji here, these types of candles, like these two of them here, these are good example of rejection candle at our resistance, because the market already is below the resistance. So we cannot buy the market if the market is already at resistance. The market is already at the high point, that is at the lower high. So there's no way you can just enter the market. You have to wait for the entry. Yes, the market sometimes may not exactly come here, but we just want to see the market being rejected. If we cannot see a rejection candle, then we want to see a very good, strong, bearish engulfing candle, a red engulfing candle, so that we can now say, oh, the market is being rejected. Because if you can see the previous candle, the Friday candle, this is more of a bullish pin bar, so it is not a rejection candle. It is still indicating the buyers have the potential of doing what? They have the potential of pushing this market even around this area 0.9500, around 0.9500. So we have to wait. As I've already said, this is not scalping, this is more of swing trading. So it has to take time for the market to do what? For the market to play. So I want you to go and watch on USDCHF. We can get a swing trade, and in case we get the market comes around 0.9500 there and it is being rejected, we have a chance of us selling the market to around 100, and let's say 120 pips, 130, depending on how the market will move. But remember, if we don't find a rejection candle, the buyers can still push the market like this. They can still push the market, break this structure, come back here, retest, and continue doing what? Continue heading toward the upside. So that is one thing that you have to understand. You have to know there are only two players in the market. You cannot be always right all the time, but you have to be prepared. In case plan A does not work, plan B will work. But what we want to see, if we are dealing with plan A, we want to add all the confluence, we want to have all the reason why the market will go down instead of the market going toward the upside. So that is one of the reasons why I think USDCHF has a good reason of selling as of right now. I've said as of right now, but in case the buyers gain momentum and they continue heading toward the upside, then it is still okay. We are all market students and uh, we are always ready to learn. Like you already accept in case the buyers gain momentum and they continue heading toward the upside, it means my setup was not valid as of that moment. But in case now the sellers start to gain momentum around this area, the buyers are rejected, and now when we have a break of structure, then we can say, oh, it was now our setup was correct, our strategy is working, and we cannot change it because it simply means it is working on all the pair. So I want you to go and watch again on USDCHF. I don't want the video to be too long, and I want to post this video as soon as possible so that you can just go and watch this market and see if ever we will find an entry, then we can come back and analyze after. Maybe by the time the market moves, the market can move maybe from Wednesday, maybe even on Thursday. I don't know. It depends on the volatility of the market. Then we can come back and find if ever the market did what, if ever the market played the way we had already analyzed. And key things when you're analyzing the chart, always analyze the chart during the weekend. Choose your three favorite pairs, not favorite pairs. Choose three pairs that give you a good setup compared to the others. There are so many pairs in the market, so just choose like two or three pairs. So in case one of them does not move, or maybe it is just consolidating like GBP, JPY, then you can focus on the other pairs. So I have already four pairs for this week that are giving me maybe good entry, but as the time goes by, when I get an entry into the market during the week, then I can just choose the one that gives me the best one. So this one is a public one. So just go and watch on USDCHF and let's see if ever the buyers will come around this area here, then have a push. They being rejected, we wait for the market to break to shift toward the downside, then we can enter. Entry will always be the last thing to do into the market, so you have to wait for the market to come around that area, but it is not a must. Again, I'm just saying, for me to enter, I'll have to wait for the market to come around this area to be rejected, shift the structure toward the downside. Then by then I can look for a simple pattern, either a consolidating market, especially on the lower time frame. Consolidation on 4 hour is quite hectic, so look for consolidation of the lower time frame, look for a double top, look for head and shoulder, and then you can enter the market. So thank you so much for watching toward today's video. I hope you've learned something. I now hope that you'll have a pair that you'll be looking at the whole of this week. And remember, this week we have major news. Major news are like NFP, so you have to be careful with the market. You can have a good setup, but because the market, there's a lot of volatility, because especially because of the news, the market can just move any direction. It can just move toward the upside, toward the downside, but at the end of the day, you don't have to switch your strategy. So just be careful whenever you're trading, especially during this first week of the month. Have a stop loss, and you don't have to enter all the market. Be patient. Even if it is possible, you can just stay away from the market. So thank you so much again for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share. Let's subscribe. We're almost heading to 1,000 subscribers. Kindly, we have to subscribe so that at least we can achieve the other, or we can just move to the next thing. Okay, so until next time, bye bye.